In this video, we're going to look on how we can create and edit a page in the website. So to do that, we are right now in the dashboard and we click pages, all pages. And here we can see a list with all the pages that we have built. Some of them are auto-generated by the system and some of them are built by us. So let's create a new page right now. Click add new. And we're gonna give it a name. About us, for example, and we will click publish. Once we will click on publish, the page will be live and can be viewed. So let's view the page. Now it looks like this. It doesn't have anything on it. Let's click back to edit it again. So if we want to hide the title of the page, click on this eye and click update. And we're going to open the page in another tab to see. The title is gone. Then what we can do, we can look at the document, right? At the document overview, and we can see that we have a paragraph ready to write on the page. So we can write text as easy as clicking on the keyboard, write some text. And then if we click enter, another paragraph will be shown. If we click update, we will see the page with the added text. Okay, but what if we want to do some other things? Let's see, let's say we want to add some other stuff on the page. We click on the block and on the plus sign, we can easily select some things from here, like an image. We can click on an image. We can select media library if we have the image uploaded. So let's just select one image and insert it. We can resize the image from here. And if we look on the right side, so on the right side, we can also always see the controls of the element that's selected. So we have the settings, we have the alternative text for the image, the ratio, so we can change the ratio, right? We can change the width, the height, we can set the resolution on this case. We can even add some styles. We can make it rounded. So we can play with it a little bit. Okay, so let's look at the paragraph. On the paragraph, we also have some options. The color of the text. So this is the theme color, but we want to do the text a little bit. We want to play with it a little bit, right? So we want to make it red and we want to make it bigger. We can also play with the dimensions here. And if you want to have more control on the text, let's delete this paragraph and let's add with the plus sign from the left side, we can add a heading. We can drag it and here's the heading. And on the heading, we have multiple options. So we can place it in the middle on the right side, or we can style it and we can set the color for it. Let's make it red. And again, you see, it doesn't look good. The image is just after the heading. So we want to set some spacing. We want to add some paddings, let's say 20 above, 20 in the right, 20 in the bottom, and 20 on the left side. So some spacing was added. And then we have a lot of options, again, in the heading. We can set the color with a gradient, which is pretty nice. And we can define some other styles in here. If we wanted to change the font, we can easily change this. Let's say we want to add another font in here. Let's say we want to add Poppins and we can change the weight. We can make it really bold and the style can be italic. And we can set the decoration underlined or overline. That depends. We can set the line height, right? We can play with that. And we can reset from here. And then we can also set the font size. Let's go again here. And we can check the font. We can make the font size really, really big, right? If we want to. And this is starting to look nice. We can also set a text shadow. So let's select the color of the text shadow. Let's make it like this. And let's play a little bit with the shadow for this heading, right? We can do that. And then let's delete this image. And there we have the text. So this is something really easy to do and fast. And what we can do now, we can arrange the page a little bit. So let's go to the document overview. Let's click on the plus sign and let's add a container. We can use the container to arrange the elements a little bit better. So we can split the container in two. And what we should do with the document overview, we can drag the heading in the container. So let's click on it. So in the main container, we have two other containers and we drag the header in the first container like this. And in the second container, we can add an image, right? So let's click on browse and let's drag the image here. And let's go to the media library and let's select a nice image. This. And this way we created a header. And what we can also do, we can click on the document overview on the main container and we can set a style like a gradient, for example, right? And we can play with this. We can change the way it looks. And we can update. So what we've built right now is the first part of the website, and this looks like a hero image, right? So this is some easy stuff that can be done. Now I'm going to delete that. In order to delete it, we click on the three dots in here and click delete. So we deleted the whole container with everything in it. Something else that we can do, we can use the templates to add information on the website and elements. So click on the templates, and here you have lots of pages that you can choose from. And let's say we like something like this. You click on it, you can view it in here, see if you like it. And if it's something you like, then you click import. And you will have the template in this page. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, we're going to delete the first paragraph. And then we have all the containers and all the data in here. We can play around. Let's say this is a button and we can style it. Let's say I want to make the color of the button maybe like this. And I can change the background of the button from transparent to something like this, for example, right? And I can update. And then we can view the page that we imported. We're going to click refresh. And this is how it looks. So that's easy. That's an easy way to create a page. And then in this page, we can change everything that we want by clicking. Okay, so we click on an image. If we click replace, open the media library, and we can replace the image with another one. Let's say we want to replace it with this one. And the image is replaced, right? We can also change the size. And this is how we create a page in an easy way. We update it and the changes are saved. So what we're going to do now, we're going to delete everything from here. So we select all the elements. Okay, and we click delete on the keyboard. We can do that with Ctrl-A and delete. And we can play around with blocks. So instead of adding a whole page, we're going to click on GridFunnels templates, and we can select the patterns, some of the patterns, and we have lots of patterns that you can choose from. And let's say I like this one, but I like it in white. So we can find it in white or in gray. Okay, let's search for it. You see, we have lots of them, and we have them in categories. So let's say this one, let's import it. And here it is. And after we imported it, we can change stuff in here. We can change the percentage and everything else that we want to. Click on the document overview, and this is basically just a navigation, just like an index of a document that will help you see things in a perspective. So we can change stuff in here. Let's say we want here 50% and update. After we added this set of blocks, this pattern, let's say I want to add another one. So I'm going here, I'm going to patterns, and let's say I want to add another one. There are hundreds to choose from. Let's say I want this part, and I'm importing it. And I'm seeing this above. If I want to move this below, these whole blocks, so this block with the container, I can click on the container, and I can just come here and click move down, and it will go under the first one. So we can play with that and move them around. Let's say I want to add another one, and I'm going to wireframes. So with wireframes, we have some other options that we can choose from. We have FAQ here, call to action. Let's add a call to action. So we are importing the call to action. It's going to put it here, but I want to move it from here below. So I'm moving it below. I'm going to update the page. And I want to change, let's say, the text. I can click on the text and say my call to action. Okay, let's say I want to change the buttons. I click on the button, and maybe I want the button in a different way. Maybe I want it round, this one, for example. And I click on the style. And on the color, let's say I want to change the background. I click on the background, and I want a gradient button because I like it. So we can set that up like this. And we can play with this, right? And I can change the text by clicking on the button and say, this is my call to action. And we click update, and we are having a look. Let's see what we've done. So this is how it looks. And if I'm happy with it, I can keep this page and publish it on my website and keep it live, because right now it's actually live. It has a permalink, so it's live. On the right side of the page, if we click outside the block, if we click on page, we can see the details of the page. We can see that visibility is public. We can see that it's published and the date, and we can see the URL. If you want to change the URL, you click on URL and you change the permalink. Let's say I don't want to name it about us. I just want to name it about. And then I will click outside of it. And that's it. It's changed. And I click update, and that makes it live. I can switch it to draft if I'm not sure about it. And I can also look at the revisions if I want to get back to see more about this page and change some things. I can also set a feature image for this, and that's how we handle the page. Okay, that was a little overview at how we can create or edit a page.